Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the topic surface area and volume, exercise 13.3. Now this exercise is basically based on conversion of solid. Means if we convert one solid into another solid, we have to equate the volume of both of this. So let's take an example. Let's take the question number 1. A metallic sphere of radius 4.2 cm is melted and recast into the shape of cylinder of radius 6 cm. Find the height of the cylinder. So according to this, volume of sphere must be equals to the volume of cylinder so obtained. So the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And the volume of the cylinder, let it be pi r square h. Pi is cancelled with pi, so let's substitute the value. The radius of the sphere will be 4.2, that is 42 by 10. 42 by 10 multiplied by 42 by 10. And the radius of the cylindrical portion is 6. And we have to find the height of the cylindrical portion. So let's cancel the value. This is 6 into 7. 6 into 7, 3 into 4, that is 14. Now 56 multiplied by 14, 49, sorry. This is 54, 45 and 50. This is 24, 2 and 22. So we get 2744. 2744 divided by 1000, that is equals to height of the cylindrical part, which is equals to 2.7744 meter. So this is question number 1. So let's come to the question number 2. Metallic spheres of radius 6 cm, 8 cm and 10 cm respectively, they are melted to form a single solid sphere. Find the radius of the resulting sphere. So according to condition, the volume of first sphere plus volume of second sphere plus volume of the third sphere equals to the volume of the bigger sphere so obtained. So let the radius of the first sphere be r1, second sphere be r2, third sphere be r3, and let the radius of the bigger sphere be capital R. So since we can see from the left hand side, we can take 4 by 3 as the common term. This is r1 cube, r2 cube, r3 cube, that is equals to r3. Sorry, 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now cancel this 4 by 3 from both sides. Now you can substitute the value of r1, that is 6, r2 is 8, r3 is 20, and capital R we have to find it out. So this is 216, 112, this is 1000, this is equals to r cube. So we get 1728, this is equals to r cube. Now if I take cube root to both sides, we get the radius of the biggest sphere as 12 cm. So this is question number 2. So let's come to question number 3. Let it be question number 3. A 20-meter deep well with diameter 7 meter is dug and the earth from digging is evenly spread out to form a platform which is 22 meter by 14 meter, find the height of the platform. So according to condition given here, the volume of earth dug out of the well must be equals to the volume of the platform, which is cuboidal in shape. So the volume of the earth dug out from the cylindrical well, that is pi r square h, and on that side the volume of the platform must be equals to L multiplied by B multiplied by H. So let's substitute the value. This is 22 by 7. Now the diameter is 7 meters, so it means the radius must be equals to 7 by 2. The depth of the well is given as 20 meter. So this is equals to length is 22, breadth is 14, and the height we have to calculate. Now cancel this 7 with 7, 2 with 11, and this 2 with 20. Now we can cancel 11 with 22, 7 with 2. So on this side we are left only with 10. This is 4h, or h is equals to 10 by 4, which is equals to 2.5 meter. So this is sum number 3rd. So let's come to sum number 4. Sum number 4 is a well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. The earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it in the shape of a circular ring of it 4 meter to form an embankment. Find the height of the embankment. So thus we are having a well whose internal radius will be equals to smaller and whose depth is equals to small h. So let's take this embankment. Let the height of the embankment be capital H. Internal radius will be same as we are having small r, and the width of this embankment, that is given as 4 meter. So it means if the internal radius of the embankment is 1.5 meter and the width is equals to 4 meter, then the outer radius of the embankment will be equals to 1.5 plus 4, that is equals to 5.5 meter. Now let's apply the condition. Volume of earth dug out of the well must be equals to the volume of embankment. So the volume of well, it will be pi r square h because it's cylindrical in form, and embankment, since it is a hollow cylinder, so its volume will be volume of the outer cylinder minus volume of the inner cylinder. So again let's take the common value. This is pi h, r square minus r square. Pi is cancelled with pi, and you can substitute the value. So the radius is given as 1.5. It means that will be equals to 3 by 2. The depth is given as 14 meter. H we have to calculate. This is 5.5 square minus 1.5 square. Since we are having this a square minus b square, so apply the formula. This is remain as such. So first of all, this is a plus b, that becomes 7. Then a minus b, that becomes 4. Now we can calculate this. 7 is cancelled with 14. This 2 can be cancelled with this 2. Bring this 4 to the denominator. We get capital H is equals to 9.9 by 8, which is equals to 1.125 meter. that is the height of the embedment. So this is sum number 4. So let's come to sum number 5. Sum number 5. A container shaped like the right circular cylinder is full of ice cream whose radius or the diameter is given as 12 centimeter. So radius must be equal to 6 centimeter. And the height of the cylindrical portion is 15 centimeter. Now this amount of ice cream has been shifted over cones whose base is in conical form and whose top is a hemispherical. So let the number of cones be n. So it means the volume of ice cream in n number of cones must be equals to the volume of ice cream in the cylinder. So we have to calculate the value of n. So the volume of ice cream in a cylindrical vessel must be equals to n multiplied by volume of one cone. So let the radius of the cylindrical be capital R, height be capital H, and the volume of one cone is the volume of the conical portion plus the volume of the hemispherical part. So again take the common terms from the right hand side. So we are left with h plus 2 are in the bracket. Again pi can be cancelled with pi. Now you can substitute the value. So cylindrical portion of the cylindrical vessel, that is having a radius equals to 6. Height is equals to 15. Now the radius of the conical portion, or you can say the hemispherical portion, that is given as 6 centimeters, so radius must be equal to 3. Height of the conical portion, that is given as 12 centimeter, and this is 2 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 6. Now cancel this 3. This is 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 15. This is n multiplied by 3 multiplied by 18. So we can cancel this. 6 3s are 18. This 3 cancel with the 6. This 3 can be cancelled with 15. So we get n is equals to 10. It means the number of cones in which this amount of ice cream from the cylindrical vessel has been transferred to this, that is equals to 10. So it's question number 5. So let's come to question number 6. Now 6 says how many silver coins 1.75 centimeter in diameter and thickness 2 millimeter must be melted to form a cuboid of dimensions 5.5 by 10 by 3.5 centimeter. So it means since the number of coins has been obtained from the cuboidal part or the cuboidal vessel, so it means the volume of cuboid must be equals to n multiplied by volume of one cylindrical coin. So volume of cuboid is L into B into H, and the volume of cylindrical coin, that is equals to pi r square H. Now you can substitute the value. Length is given as 5.5, so it can be written as 55 by 10. Breadth is 10. Height is 3.5, so it can be written like 35 by 10. And we have to calculate pi is 22 by 7. So the radius of the coin, that is the half of the diameter. Since diameter is 1.75, so first of all just convert it to a fraction, reduce it, and then half. So half of 7 by 4, that should be taken as 7 by 8. So it means this r is given as 7 over 8, and the thickness of the point, which means the height of the cylindrical point, that is given as 2 millimeter, which is equals to 2 by 10 centimeter. So let's calculate these values. This 7 is cancelled with this 7. 4, 7, 11 into 5, 11 into 2. So what is left on the left hand side? We are having 5 by 2. On right hand side we are having 2 multiply by 1 over 8, multiply by 1 by 4, multiply by 1 by 2. So this is cancelled with this also, this is cancelled with this. So when we cross multiply, we get 5 into 2 into 4 into 10. So n must be equals to 400. It means the 400 cylindrical points can be obtained from a cuboid of having so and so dimensions. So this is sum number 6. So let's come to sum number 7. So see what is question number 7. A cylindrical bucket whose height is given as 32 centimeter with radius of base as 18 centimeter is filled with sand. The bucket is emptied on the ground and a conical heap of the sand is formed. If the height of the conical heap is 24 centimeter, find the radius and the slant height of the heap. So according to question, the volume of sand in a cylindrical bucket equals to the volume of sand in a conical heap. So this is pi r square h must be equals to 1 over 3 pi r1 square h1. So where r1 h1 is the radius and the height of the conical heap. So let's cancel pi with pi. Now substitute the value of the cylindrical bucket. So radius is given as 18. Height of the bucket is given as 32. This is 1 by 3. And radius r1 we have to calculate, and the height is given as 24. So this is 3 into 8, 8 into 4, we get r1 square. This is equals to 18 multiplied by 8. Just make the factors of 4. So r1 must be equals to the root of this. So we can take the pair, take one value out of the root. So we get r1 must be equals to 36 centimeter, and that is the answer to the part number 1. So let's calculate the slant height of the conical heap also. So that is equals to h1 square r1 square. Height of this conical portion is 24 and the radius is 36. So let's make a square. This is 1296. This is 12. This is 16 and 17. This is 8 and 1. Now let's make the factors. So this is 2, 9. This is 2, 3, 2, 6. 2 4s are 8, 2, 6 and 8. 2, 2, 3 and 4. This is 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 7. This is 3 into 3, 9, 3, 9, the 27. This is 3 into 1, 3. So let's substitute the value. We are having 4 times 2, 2 times 3 in 113. So make the pair. So we get 12 root 13 centimeter as the answer. So this is the answer to question number 7. So let's come to question number 8. Now question number 8 is a question based on this water flowing. The water in a canal 6 meter wide, 1.5 meter deep is flowing with the speed of 10 km per hour. How much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeter of water is needed? So it means the volume of water flowing through a canal in 30 minutes must be equals to the volume of water collected in the field in the same time. So since the canal is the shape of cuboid, so the volume of water flowing in the canal must be equals to L into B, which this is equals to the volume of water collected in the field. So since the field has a water up to a height of 8 centimeter, so it means the volume of water in the field must be equals to L into B into H. Now let's substitute the value. L is not given to us. Breadth of the canal is given as 6 meter. Height is given as 1.5, that is 15 by 10. Let length into breadth with the area of the field and the height of the standing water, that is 8 by 100. Since 8 centimeter is given, so we have to convert into meters. Now, since the area we have to calculate, and that should be calculated only if we have the value of L. So just keep it as equation number 1. Now, can I say the length of canal must be equals to the distance traveled by water in 30 minutes? Since distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, speed is given as 10 km per hour. So just convert it into meter per second. That is by multiplying with 5 by 80. So time is given as 30 minutes. So convert it into seconds. So just cancel. We get the length of the canal as 5,000 meter. Now this substitute the value of L in equation number 1, so that we can get 5,000 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 15 by 10, that is A multiplied by 8 upon 100. So this 0 can be cancelled here. 8 can be cancelled with 500, that is 8 6 48. This is 20, this is 2 into 5. And 10 should be get multiplied here, so that area becomes 625 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 10, that is equals to 625 multiplied by 9, this is 45, 18 and 2, 22, 54 and 56. So we get 5625 00 meter square. So that is the area of the field. So that is the answer to question number 8. So let's start with question number 9. Now this question number 9 is absolutely based on question number 8. A farmer connects a pipe of internal diameter 20 cm from a canal into a cylindrical tank. in a field which is 10 meter in diameter and 2 meter deep, if the water flows through the pipe at the rate of 3 km per hour, in how much time will the tank be filled? So let us take the volume of water flowing through a cylindrical pipe in t seconds. Let us suppose the time is t seconds. So this must be equals to the volume of water collected in a cylindrical tank in the same time. So cylindrical pipe means the volume must be pi r square h, where small rh has the radius and the height of the cylindrical pipe respectively, and this must be equals to the volume of the water collected in a cylindrical tank, where capital R and capital H will be the radius and the height of the cylindrical tank. So again cancel with pi. Then substitute the value of the radius of the cylindrical pipe, which is equals to 10 centimeter. Height we have to find it out, and on that side the radius of the cylindrical tank, that is given as 5 meters, so we have to convert into centimeters, and the height of the tank, that is given as 2 meters, so it must be equals to 200 centimeters. So cancel these two zeros, we get the height of the pipe, that is equals to, this is 50 and 4 zeros here, this is centimeter. So divide this value by 100 to get the answer in meters. Now can I say, if this is a pipe, the height of this pipe must be equals to the distance traveled by water in some particular time. So let us take h must be equals to distance traveled by water. So since we have taken t seconds, in t seconds, that has been given as 5000 meter, which we have already calculated. Now we know that distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, that is equals to 5000 meter. Speed is given as, this is given as 3 km per hour, so just convert it into meter per second. So cancel this with 6, 5 is cancelled with 1000, or we get time is equals to 600 seconds. So since we know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute, if I divide this 6000 by 60, we get 100 minutes as the answer, or you can say that is equals to 1 hour 40 minutes. So this is the answer to the last question. I hope you have understood the whole topic. It is based on the conversion of solids. So thank you and have a nice day.